Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs, where today we'll be doing an unboxing of Wargames Atlantic's German Infantry 1916 to 1918 set. So we can see right off the bat that these models were intended for the late war period, but it looks like when they're thinking about this range going forward that they're looking at the entire period of the war. And there's also rumblings that they'll be doing plastic sets for other Central Powers and Allied Powers, which will, I think, be a nice change. So you're going to get 30 models with this set, and we've got some artwork and some examples of how they assembled the model, which is good because when you open the box, you're going to get a ton of models. You're going to get 5 plastic sprues of 6 models each, but you will not get assembly instructions or bases. I'm fine with that because I've already started collecting World War I models and I've been using the bolt action bases, so I'll keep that the same for the purposes of consistency. But all these sprues are the same. There's not a command sprue, which honestly you don't need for World War I gaming. But in traditional Wargames Atlantic fashion, there are a ton of bits on these sprues. So you can see we've got our 4 torsos here, 2 torsos here. So basically you're going to get your option of heads, arms, and various weapon systems to attach on the side. The great thing about this box set is you're going to get Pickelhaube, one for each model, Stahlhelms here, Stahlhelms with gas masks. That's really why I bought this set. And you're also going to get field caps right here. Also, you're going to get a left and right arm carrying Lugers. You're going to get 1 submachine gun and 1 light machine gun. The rest of the guys can be armed with the rifles here, but you do have an assortment of arms carrying hand grenades, and that's why I bought this set. I love the arm with the shovel, little trench axe right there. And so also got an assortment of grenades here. So now that we've got this out, let's go put some together and see what you can do with this set. Alright, and so I've got a chance to go through the box and assemble 1 sprue. So I know some people have done assemblies with the German infantry from Wargames Atlantic, and they've followed the box art and putting together to show them off. But what I wanted to do is, the reason I bought this box was for games of Blood and Valor. And the advantage that I found in this box is being able to create my Sturmtruppen, or my trench raiders, to customize them the way I wanted to. And that's where this box really shines, because you can buy World War I Germans from Brigade Games, Great War Minis, Phalanx Consortium. We've done a review of that starter set. But since these guys are in a plastic sprue and not metal, it gives you a lot more customization. So for example, I was able to create my little trench raider leader here, and I gave him 2 pistols. So you can go dual wielding there. And you know, every sprue, they have a light machine gun guy, and you know, they've got the gas mask heads using the E tool. So he's running into the trench. So you know, he's running in the trench, you know, E tool up, grenade in one hand, just swinging and chucking grenades. Now, since this was plastic, there is actually no sprue for having a slung rifle. So I was actually able to take one of the gas mask canisters there, cut off the plastic band, take a rifle, glue it to it, and it just looks like he's slung his rifle. Did the same thing with the pistol wielder. I took the pistol hand off another arm, cut off the hand from the pointing arm. I was able to make it look like, you know, he's dual wielding And what's nice is they give you a ton of grenades in here. So I know the stormtroopers for the Germans who did trench raids were just decked out with grenades. They pretty much just used those. And you got the fancy grenade pack there. So all these guys I was able to just give a ton of grenades to. And since it doesn't come with bases, I should point out I loaded them up onto the bolt-action base. So I wanted to point out this figure, because I've seen some photos, some of the German trench raiders, of where they're just loaded down with grenades. And that's what I did with this guy. Since it's plastic, you can do a lot more customization than you can with other World War I models, since they're metal and you don't have the spare bits that come on the sprue to play around with as you could with this one. So it could create a lot of individual flavor with the stormtroopers, who actually, when you look at the photos, equip themselves as they saw fit. You know, the special forces, special operations of their day, they probably weren't going to make it long, so they didn't care about following regs on uniform appearance. Now, you get this level of customization, but at $30 a box. I bought these online since I can't go into a store that sells these on the shelf. So you're looking at $1 a figure to make beautifully sculpted figures, and not only that, you can kit bash them any way you want. So really good buy on there. Now, something people have pointed out is sometimes the arms don't fit right. That's why you have an X-Acto blade. Getting the LMG arms to fit on this torso, I had to modify that shoulder a little bit. But that's the great thing, they're plastic. Once I modified that, it's like, well, I could modify all the arms and hands and make whatever kind of model I want. So very well done, Wargames Atlantic. Tip of the hat. If you're playing Blood and Valor, this is the set for you. They haven't released the other Allied forces or Central Powers yet, or some of the heavier weapons, but for the line infantry and the stormtroopers, this is the way to go. Alright, thank you for joining us at Miniature Wargaming Labs, and we'll see you next time.